What's up, Mystic Manifesting family? It's Nick with Mystic Manifesting. Monday morning motivation, Monday morning live. We're here, and it's Monday, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, the time we usually go live. So, welcome in. I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to come in. Just recorded a video for the membership side of YouTube. So, guys over here on TikTok, if you want to see more, YouTube's got a lot more stuff. I'm looking into doing a series on YouTube through the paid part of it, the membership side of YouTube, talking about the different things. Like I got like a series about manifesting your SP, a series about manifesting money, a series about all these different things. I want to give some more content and more value to that side of the page, since I've already done videos on everything else. So we're here again. We got the duckies as our background again, still paused for like, just amazing that the TV stayed paused on a commercial for that long. But I'm not hiding from TikTok no more. When they flag me, they flag me. But I'm waiting for a few people to come in. Thanks for the likes, guys. Appreciate all you here. Today, the topic I want to talk about was it's all working out in your favor. Very similar to what I always say. I always say it's always working out in your favor. But we could take some practical examples out of that. Something from the live we did the other day. We did a live here on YouTube. It wound up becoming the most popular live out of any one of them that I did, even the one where it's like I brought Lily in, where you could hear about manifest your specific person, this and that. And it's like I've filmed lives where I've gone vertically before, like I'm doing over here on TikTok. I've done all kinds of different things. It's like an attempt to try to get views at times, and it's like in other times where it's like you're just doing it to do it and not really care. A lot of times you'll notice in life when you don't really care about something, that's when it comes in, that signal of detachment, right? You're detaching from the outcome. You still want it, but you're not really caring about it. So this video, that last live stream I did, hanging out in the car with Gary, having cigars, catching up and stuff, that wound up becoming the most successful live out of nowhere. Now, I could probably attest that most of those people were not the usuals. It wasn't most of you guys here. And it was a lot of people coming in and like they were trying to troll and stuff like that, which I thought was funny. I thought the trolling was funny because it reminds me of like hanging out with the guys and stuff. And I realized, not then, but I've thought about this before. A lot of times somebody says something to break our balls or fuck with us or whatever. Or they're trying to like, if you're dealing with this, I don't know, maybe some of you guys are younger, some of you are dealing with it in the workplace, but somebody's trying to bully you and stuff. If you take the context of what that person says and apply it to something that your friends tell you, how many times do our friends fuck with us? It doesn't bother us. It's just like, oh yeah, whatever, I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna say, and I'm relaxed when I'm saying it back and forth. So that live was kind of an eye opener for that, and I thought that was great. I was like, cool, because this week was the week I was returning to Flex Entertainment content. I've got a writer's room and stuff like that. None of it's like manifesting related. It's like a chance for me to be me and do something I want to do. It's like not that I'm not me here, but something I've wanted to do for a while. I've gotten back into the streaming and stuff like that. So every trial you're facing in life, to me, it's a chance to, a chance to sharpen the sword of life. Like one sword sharpens the other. I wouldn't have been such a great speaker at Mystic if I wasn't doing stand-up at one point. I wouldn't have been so done that already. And I wouldn't have had the confidence to do those comedy videos unless I did stand-up before that. And I wouldn't have had the confidence unless I was a good writer and received good. So it's like everything I've done. And it's like when you're working out, you build more confidence. Like I'm not afraid to be on camera. When you're fat and stuff, you don't want to be on camera. Like no, stay away from me. So it's like one sword sharpens the other. I'm pretty sure I've done a live on that before. But every trial you go through, because you come out of it, what's the worst that could happen? Worst thing that could happen to us is we can die. But if you believe there's something on the other side, it's not really the worst thing. It just means you can't play this particular game anymore. But if you've quote unquote failed, you've just learned something and sharpened your skills. So the next time it's like, next time someone comes in to troll me or do this, here's a better joke. Oh, that's funny. And you're having these inner conversations and you're like, and I have the assumption that I'm on top of everything. And that's really what it is. And it's like everything in life, no matter how bad it seems, there's a lesson there and there's something you can learn and grow from. Savannah, we love you too. Nick, I love you guys. I was going to say I love you too, but you already said it to start off. So great to see you guys. Thank you for the shares over here. I couldn't see who shared it. I see shares and likes. So I appreciate it. I don't know if there's a username, but I see your profile picture. So thank you again. But we'll touch on the thing about like we're continuing on the theme of everything's working out in your favor. You know, me and Gary did that live on, was that Friday night? Or so basically Saturday morning because it was so early in the day. That's not a time you guys are used to seeing me live. Unfortunately, TikTok, you didn't see it. We just had the iPhone. So it was like, I'm doing live on the phone and then the computer over here with YouTube. So it's like, I just had to throw it up on there. And it's like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, we talked about this. Like, he was getting ready to go to his hotel. I had some errands to run and things to do. And it's like, you know, we hung out and it's like, he's like, you know what? He goes, want to hit a live? I'm like, well, if I got some cigars. Well, all the cigar shops were closed. All the other things were, the little smoke shops were closed. So it's like, there's no way to get a cigar. I'm like, you know what? I'm way back to drop you off at your hotel. I'll see. Do I got anything at my house? My last 2 cigars, other than this one. This one I was saving to do a Mysticmanifesting video for the paid for channel, so the membership channel. So I saved this one for that and for the live stream. So it's like this one has a special one. Got it as a gift for Christmas from my uncle, Monte Cristo. Monte Cristos are always for special occasions, and every occasion is special when I'm here with you guys. So happy Monday. So I wanted to save some for that, and then for the people who are supporting me with the paid for YouTube channel. So I appreciate you, especially, like I said, I'm looking at you, Ratasha. You stayed on the longest, so you've got the highest ranking badge. So I appreciate you. But yeah, so the point was, I said, if this works out, and I had a feeling, I'm like, there's probably at least 2. And you know what? We line up and it winds up just getting all those views. And some of the stuff we were talking about was, we said we were going to go live for 2 years. Like I met him 2 years ago as a client. He became an editor. He put together a lot of really nice edits. They didn't really hit the algorithm back in the day, so I might have to repost them over on, might as well repost them on both channels so you guys could get a chance to see it, and I've got a lot of new viewers. But he did a lot of really great edits for the channel. And we always said, like, you know, I was coaching him. He was editing videos for me. And next thing you know, we kept joking about, hey, one day we're going to meet. We're going to meet. And then, like, and when we meet, we'll have some cigars and we'll do a live. And sure enough, we met. And then it was like, we didn't even think about the live. Till the last minute, he brings it up. And it's like, you know what? We can do that. Cigar lounge was closed. It's like, that would have been a better thing. So we do it out of the car. People are like, oh, homeless. I thought that was funny. It's like some of your buddies would tell you. So it's like, we wind up doing the live, and things wound up working out. And it's like, and he talked about, you know, his career path, like wanting to go for a certain job when he first started, didn't really work out for him. And then it's like the thing that I knew he was manifesting, the job I knew he was manifesting. I felt bad when he didn't manifest it. And then he got this job. This was the one he wanted all those years ago, but didn't really have the self-concept or the confidence to think he can get it. But it's like when he detached from it and realized, hey, it's the only option. Sometimes, a lot of times when your back is against the wall, it's like, this is now the only option. This is what you're going to do. You have no other choice. Life has put you in that spot where it's like, no, you have to focus and visualize and have faith in what you originally wanted to manifest. And, you know, I feel like that's how I wound up with a lot of things in my life. It's like you had no other choice but to, you know, focus good on this particular thing. Like going back to Flex, you know, I've wanted to keep Flex Entertainment alive and well and keep posting videos on it. But I avoided it because it's like, nah, I'm not doing very good, this and that. And a good friend of mine who she wants to co-host a podcast with me and do some skits, she reached out to me. Another friend of mine was like, I just want to write for you, like help you write skits and stuff like that, you know. And my comedy partners from before, they've been reaching out. So it's like almost like something that was on my mind. It's like I might as well do it. And sorry, TikTok, if you guys got kicked off, it looks like they're restricting me because it took them, 10 minutes to find out the cigar, but they got to get used to it. We're not going to keep like sitting down, hunching down, sucking on the cigar, trying to make it happen. Love seeing the progression with you and your honeybee. I remember when that was the main thing you wanted for a long time. Now you all have been on course and just natural and beautiful. Thank you, Savannah. Yeah, it's been a crazy road, and it's kind of like one of those things I said, like every time I would manifest her back and get the relationship, it's like, okay, well, what now? it's like you got the relationship, but then the insecurities and stuff would come up, and it's like, and the lack of the forgiveness and stuff like that. And then after a while, it's like things are good. Like, and like I'm going to, work with clients, and it's like I'm remembering bad things and stuff. It's like you get over it to the point of like, I think it's the hardest thing for people to realize in this in between of manifesting your specific person and then fully having it in the end is realizing that no, this person has changed. This is a completely new person. And it's like, you can't get mad at stuff because it's like, this isn't the same person that did that. This person I'm speaking to now would never do that to me. But there was a person who looked exactly like this who did that. And it's like, that is like the shifting of a reality, which is crazy. So it's like just to think back on like how far I've come in that aspect. And I love seeing the progression of you guys too. It's like clients I've worked with for a long time or people who I haven't seen in a long time who were clients come back and tell me like how much their life has changed and how much it's improved. It's like, that's what makes my day. It's what makes me really happy to do this type of work. Um, and want to keep doing it. It's like The Godfather. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in because there were a few times I wanted to retire from the channel and not do it anymore. It's just like I made a bunch of videos to help people, and it's like if they find them, it's like the A Team, right? If you could find me and you could get help from it, then you could. It's like when people want to coach with you, when they want to watch your videos, when they want to do stuff, they'll find you and pursue you. But till then, you could just retire from it. You don't need to focus on all this. And you don't want to be known as the SP guy, which is why like coming forward this year, it's like there's going to be videos and other stuff. I've created a series. I'm working on it right now. A series of how to manifest your specific person back. I'm debating right now if I put it on the premium, like paid for membership part of the channel, or the actual membership, or the actual just like anyone can see it. Because I've done a couple where anyone can see them, but I was like upgrading it a little bit, and I'm thinking maybe I'll do a poll or something like that. Because I want to give back to the people who are actually paying to support and stuff like that. Like I feel like I don't give them enough, so it's like give them that. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, but that's something I'm working on. Discord's been popping off, doing really well, so I'm happy. We got a lot of old members actually resubscribed and came back, and good to hear from them. We do our lives Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time if you guys are interested in joining. Oh, cigar died. What if they'll get me because like, it's a gun? But yeah, it's been a crazy ride. And, reflecting on it through a meditation this morning, it's like how far things have come. And it's like, what have I not manifested that I've wanted? It's like everything I've ever wanted, I've gotten. And it's like, now it's kind of like, step up your game. What do you want? It's like, I want to help more people. I want more people to like get value from the channel. I want this and that. So I went back and I listed a whole bunch of mini manifestations and goals for 2026 and things I want to do. It's like using the symbolic year change as like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this corny shit where it's like, yeah, here's my resolutions, this and that. It's like I don't really have them because I did this on purpose because I knew the new year was coming. If you watch Muscular Mystic, you know that I was doing this already. I was like, I'm setting all my intentions and goals and resolutions now 2 months before, so I'm not one of the fucking people sitting there like, oh, I'm gonna do it. This is my year. It's like, nah, I don't need to make no post about this is my year. I already started these fucking habits and stuff 2 months before, so I don't have to be on that bandwagon. Thank you, Mama Mystic. Glad to see you're checking in. Hopefully you're doing good over there. Easy day at work. I was talking about, I just did a video. This one's more for the membership channel, but good topic to discuss. Never joke about yourself negatively or in a bad way or anything like that. I talk about, seeing Mama Mystic right there talking about, maybe she's not talking about it, but stuff we've talked about before, you got to be careful how you talk about yourself in any aspect of life because, kind of the atmosphere that we've been around before, like we've both been in it. It's like when the outside world is throwing negative jabs at you and saying things that you don't want to believe about yourself at you, it's either your choice to accept that or your choice to reject it. And the way you reject something in this world through the manifestation process is focus on the exact opposite of it. And as Mama Mystic always told me as a kid, in one ear out the other, it's easier said than done. But you let the negative assumptions and stuff about you flow through and just go out like whatever. Hey, ain't nothing. Just something someone said doesn't affect me, and you double down on the things that you want in life, that's how you manifest it. Where your attention goes, energy flows. A great Reverend Ike line. It's something that I quote a lot, and I think that's probably the best advice I could give on ignoring what other people say. It's like if you took everything personally, every time someone would come to troll you, fuck with you, whatever, it's not even in an online context. How many times in our life where it's like somebody makes a backhanded remark, it's like, I remember when I was young and I started working out, and it was like, you could take a break now. Oh, are you having a cheat meal today? When you go like have dinner at someone's house or something, it's like, no, actually I already ate. I had my meal. Oh, you're too good for these meals. And it's like, yeah, I'm thinking about certain people that would say things like this. You're a little too fit. And it's like, it's those people's insecurities being projected on you. And you know that you came from that realm before. So it's like, okay, if they believe this about themselves and they feel inferior to who you are now, they're going to try to bring you down. Anyone who's doing better than you is always going to lift you up. Like all my friends in the gym, they're all people who are, a lot of them, I always aim to have friends who are in better shape than me, because now I've got a target. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna chase that physique, but not chase it as in like, oh, I need it. And affirming I don't have it, but it's like, you're my competitor. I'm on the same level as you, and that's where you start seeing yourself. Put yourself on that level. Don't put yourself down. It's like, but where you're somewhere where you're the best in shape person, that group might start to be a little bit insecure and jealous and stuff and want to pull you down. And it's not just in shape, but it's like confidence wise, money wise, anywhere else, they want to pull you down. And it's kind of like I said, I've talked about that group of friends I used to hang out with. They were jealous that it's like, okay, I had some things going for me in life. And it was always like, there's a negative joke, negative self-concept, negative all this shit that's just like, if you choose to embrace that, that's who you become. Exactly, Savannah. Yeah, it is true. And it's like, but then at the same time too, when you go back to the manifesting principle, everyone is you pushed out. Those are just your old thoughts trying to catch up. And how does the old thought catch you if you've changed your mind completely? That spillover is just being projected out to people or circumstances in your 3D trying to hit you and drag you down. Like, one of the ways it pops up too is through extreme tiredness. Now I know this because you guys know me. If you know me and you've been watching me a long time, you know I'm someone who doesn't like to sleep. I get very anxious and stuff. Like, I want to get up and go. I want to do something. Life is limited. We're only here for so long. So what can I do every day? Like, hey, I got an idea. You know what? I should go do a video about this. Let me go make some notes and script out a video. This is a good comedy skit. Let me go right up and do this. And it's like, there's so many times I'm in bed with Lily and she's like, do you want to go do something else? Because she likes to be in bed early. I don't sleep. It's like, she'll be like, you can go. You don't have to be in bed right now if you want. You could go do something. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to get up. Like, so it's like, I'm someone who doesn't sleep and get anxious. But when you do that, like, eventually you get into a point where it's like, oh, I'll just catch up on the sleep later. You don't catch up on that sleep. The physical reaction to it is you start to get some negative thoughts and stuff like that. And you start to like feel like it's like a natural depression kind of arising in you, because the body needs the rest. You got to give it to the body. But another time, like a more metaphysical level, things that you've had fears of, or things you didn't like before, or things that you didn't want to see arise in your reality, will start to show up in your reality because you've changed your mind. So if your mind is a steel trap, the spillover comes from the external reality. People, places, circumstance, whatever that you don't want to see will be there to remind you. And it's trying to trigger that thought pattern to move back to what it was. Boy, I'm talking so much, losing the cigar, guys. But yeah, certain things will try to trigger those responses and stuff. And like the biggest thing is just to keep your mentality on what you wanted. That's the most important part. If you guys got questions too, by the way, ask them. Today I'm shooting from the hip, literally. See, it's the cigar lighter. Don't flag me for something else, TikTok. You're like that too. We're like crackheads who don't have crack. We have to be doing something unless we're exhausted and pass out. Yeah, it's like, I mean, that's the best way to live your life, I feel like, but not, there's a limit to it. It's like, I want to be moving. It's like, how much life can I live? And I think the big problem is, in terms of manifestation and stuff like that, is like we get so fixated. Use the crackhead analogy. We're like a crackhead fixated on, oh, I need the specific person, and when they love me, I'll be happy. And it's like, no, they won't, because there were times where I wasn't fully happy with myself, and the SP still came in. because I believed if I did this technique, it would work, which touches on the topic of another video I'm working on. What's it called? Where it's like, which technique is the best? The truth is, whatever one works for you, works for you. Whatever you believe in will be the thing that works for you. But regardless, it's like I would manifest her back, and I would be like, all right, here we go. And it's like, you don't truly believe it. You don't believe you deserve it. And you didn't focus on yourself or build yourself up enough. So you spend all that crackhead energy on that, and you don't live as much life. So then it's like, now that like I'm back to who I was before this whole journey started, where it's like, I've got that energy, but I want to live life. Like, how good in shape can I get? How can I prep my meals? How long can I stay consistent on this diet? How long can I keep my life changed? Can I keep my house organized? Can I keep myself organized? Can I post this many videos? Can I work a job and still, do coaching and still run a comedy page? How many things can I do? And that's the mentality that I have, is like, just keep pushing and pushing, because you don't know how long you're here. So when I talk about don't waste your time with, it's not saying that the SP is not a volitional effort in life that's worthwhile, but I'm saying don't miss the in-between. It's like, spend your time affirming, spend your time visualizing, whatever, meditating on that relationship, that specific person. And when it arrives, you'll be happy. But you'll be even happier if you didn't waste the time shutting down and neglecting the people who are there for you, who see you suffering and stuck in the moment. Oh, you like the lighter? Yeah, I bought this at a gas station right next to the cigar lounge. You think the cigar lounge would have carried something nice like this? I got the other ones, the revolver over there. Going to the cigar lounge with two of them. How do you feel chosen when your SP isn't choosing you? That's a great question. And as I always say, I feel like this is a common theme this is like a common theme as a prerequisite for like every piece of advice I give. It's easier said than done. And maybe it's like I've done it so many times that it becomes natural, but even there's times where it's like, sometimes you don't feel prioritized. The thing is to prioritize yourself. And again, talks about not missing life and enjoying your life in the moment. A lot of times we're like, if I'm in a relationship, I'm living in the end, me and my SP are in intermittent contact, we're going to go hang out and do this weekend, but it was only said as a maybe thing. And now it's like, well, I'm going to hold off because we're in a relationship and my girlfriend said we're going to do this and she wants to do this. I'm going to set aside time and not make plans. And then you make those plans and then she said, well, no, I never said for sure. And then it fucks you up. It's like, well, I've made time for you and I don't feel prioritized, and now I don't have any plan, and now I can't do anything because my friends have made plans without me and stuff like that. So it's very hard to feel prioritized then. And that's when you prioritize yourself. What is something I can do? Always have a backup plan of what can I do for me. So it's like at any given moment, I can go do some writing. I can go do a comedy video. I can go film a mystic video. I can go do something that makes me feel good. I could go hit a workout. That's something you don't even have to have a channel to do. You can go hit a workout. There's plenty of 24-hour gyms. It's like, I could go watch a movie that I really wanted to see. Doing stuff to keep my mind busy that still keeps you intact with who you are. A lot of times you kind of lose yourself in this whole manifesting a specific person realm, because whoever you spend the most time with or whatever you're most focused on, you kind of become like. You become like that person. You become like the person you think you're supposed to be in that situation. So you move yourself, you change who you are. And it's like, there's a change for the better and a change for the worse. It's like, what does it really mean? You spend some time meditating. That's a really great thing too. So it's like when you don't feel chosen, you go have that inner conversation where you feel chosen, where that person tells you something that you want to hear. When it's like, okay, well, that feels good. And it's like, if that feels good, it's like, okay, you feel chosen in that moment. Now go find something for you. There's been plenty of times. There's always going to be a last minute plan, a last minute thing you can go do. There's plenty of time. Like, there's always a solution. There's always something else to do. Right? Sometimes SP comes towards me and I don't expect it. But when I do, it's like crickets. I don't know why, Nick. Okay, so let me answer that one. I'll get to your guys' questions over here. I say I got questions over on TikTok too. I'm doing the YouTube first and then getting to you guys. So it's when you don't care, it kind of not caring is a simulation, or it's basically a simulation. It's simulating to your mind that you already have something, right? I'm already in the relationship. So if Lily's not messaging me, it's easy to believe, well, she's got other shit going on. I know so much about her life. And a lot of times you do know a lot about the person's life already, but you don't want to believe. There's something in your self-concept that believes, no, they're not busy. They're ignoring me on purpose, or they're talking to somebody else. That's where the mindset goes. to the degree you believe that, and the more you focus on that, you are manifesting for that. That's where your attention is. But so when you're not caring, it's a simulation of the relationship. You feel that you already have the relationship because it's like, I don't really care. It's like, hey, I wanted to send you this or tell you this or ask you this or hang out with you this day because it's something I want to do. If you don't get back to me, they don't get back to me. How many times? And I always think the best relation to it is with your friends. So if your friends tell you, let's hang out or something, they cancel their plans last minute, you might be discouraged, but it's not going to be like, oh, we'll never be friends again. But if it's an SP, you hold that to them. Like you hold the fire to their feet. Like, what the fuck was that? Hey, how dare you? And like, and you're really upset with them because you just feel disrespected and hurt and stuff like that. But if you love yourself and you don't need their validation, it's just like, oh, it's okay. It's just like, I don't need my friends' validation. I know they're my friends no matter what. If something gets canceled, no hard feelings. Like, that's it. We'll get together another time. So when you have that whole thing where it's like you're not putting much effort in, it's coming to you because you're allowing it to. But then when you do care, it's the caring and the obsessive part. They're very similar emotions, and sometimes they're hard to tell the difference. That's why it's very important to get very quiet and really understand yourself and understand like what the emotions are. Just like inspired action and anxious reaching out are very similar emotions. And my big rule on inspired action is if you can put it off a day or 2 or 3 or whatever, it's usually, but it keeps nagging at you, then it is something that's more than, it's probably the inspired action. But you got to give it some time, because it's like, if it is just it's like when you're on a diet and you're fasting or something and you hold back from eating, you give yourself 15, 20, 30 minutes, an hour, that those hunger pains go away and you realize, oh, it was just a craving, not an actual hunger that I had. So let's see. Jasmine, thank you for the likes. I see I'm going to answer your guys' questions over here now. KJX, I'm feeling a bit irritated. SP was out of town this weekend and hasn't texted me yet. He tried to see me the day before, but I canceled, and I don't know. I just miss him. Okay, so KJX, I'll say for this: did you not hang out with him because you were trying to like set a point, or was it like we're like trying to play a game? It's like, oh, you're not seeing me enough, so I'm not going to see you. Or did you actually have something going on? And if you did, there's no big deal. It's like that happens in relationships. There's times, like even this past weekend, no, it was 2 weekends ago, me and Lily planned to get together. We were both tired. I didn't feel like going out. She didn't, but she's like, oh, I'm going to try to make it and stuff. And like the time's going on. And I'm like, you know what? Just stay home. It's not a big deal. So I canceled it because I really didn't feel like going out on a date either, getting dressed up. And like, I was going to take her somewhere nice where I'd have to put on a suit and she'd have to dress up. She wasn't feeling it. I wasn't, but she was like, I'll do it if you want to do it. It's like, no, don't worry about it. We'll do it another time. And you kind of look at it like, okay, that's the end state. That's what a relationship looks like, right? So it's like, just like a normal relationship, if you approach it with the mentality that it's the end, like, hey, cool, whatever. We'll get together next week. It's not like I'm never going to see you again or never going to talk to you again. Lily went on vacation without me once with her friend. They went to the Grand Canyon and they did like this girls hiking trip and stuff like that. She would text me like, okay, we're in the relationship. I expected it. And it's like, she's going to do that. But it's like, okay, say that we're not in the relationship. Because you have to appreciate and understand the 3D as well. Okay, you're not in the relationship right now. So you don't really have you don't have to expect it. You give yourself that message like, hey, just checking in with you. I'm okay. We're having a good time over here. Hopefully everything's going good at home. And then you respond the way that you would respond and then hear what you would respond. And you go back and forth, have that inner conversation. And to the degree that you make that inner conversation feel real, you don't need to worry about anything because you'll start to create that feeling in yourself that you're all good. And then you pick up, it's like, well, he's on vacation, so I'm going to go do this. Like, what am I going to do today? What would be fun? Like, when she went out of town, I had plans with my friends. Like, oh, cool. This is a time where, I get to hang out with my friends. How much did that really get to happen when you're in the relationship? Because a lot of your focus goes to the relationship and not really your friends and family and stuff like that. So have fun with the time that you do have. You shouldn't be mad. It's just like, it happens. There were times where it's like, I was on vacation without her one time. I went to Vegas with my family and stuff. She was like, just go enjoy your time with them. And, this was an in-between time where it's like the manifestation came to fruition, but I was still holding on to negative assumptions. Like, why does she want me to go away? Who is she talking to? Why doesn't she want to speak to me? It's like, no, the truth was just enjoy your time, hang out with your family, enjoy your time on your vacation. You're going to get to talk to her when you come back. So same with you. When he comes back, you're going to get to talk. You're going to get to hang out. That answer is not that important. And the more that you're worried about it, the more you're creating stories about why it's a problem, why this shouldn't happen. Who is he talking to? What's he doing out there? All this, you're creating that. and you're asking yourself, that would be like the term askformations. You're almost asking yourself, why is he not answering? Because of this. And then you're usually going to go, when you're in a bad state, to the worst possible assumptions. Let's see. Suraj, I don't know if I said your name right, but Suraj, that's a great way to look at it too. Said he reached out to SP and haven't heard back, but I don't care. I know she wants me too. She wants me. So yeah, no, that's the perfect way to look at it. Okay, you reach out. The message you're sending is because you want to send it. You're not reaching out, sending a message. When you send someone a message and you're in no contact or like spotty contact or the in between, you're sending that message because it's something you want to do. You wanted to congratulate her from the bottom of your heart because it's what you would do if that was your girlfriend. You're sending the message from the point of view that, what do you call it? Say she didn't get back to me. I'm not going to think like, what the fuck? You didn't say thank you for me congratulating you. It's like, no, I don't care. It's like, hey, I just felt the need. I needed to tell you this. And I know that like you said, you know that she still loves you no matter what. Okay, cool. That's the mentality you need to have. And don't let anything waver it. Savannah says, you're speaking about getting dressed up. I love when you guys show up and show out. Y'all look so lovely when you do it. Always looks like Valentine's Day. Yeah, I mean, I try to do it as much as I can. It's like, sometimes, I mean, right now, I'm half dressed up for you guys. I'm showing as much respect as I can while being lazy. You're not seeing that I'm in sweatpants, but I wear the nice shirt. It's like, that's the nice part about doing these online stuff like this. I could show up and show out while still being comfortable. Like, so, but I do like to do that. It's like, Valentine's Day is coming up. So I'm doing a big thing. I don't know what it is yet, but I will plan it. I got plenty of time. I got Mama Mystic's big 60th coming up. So planning some stuff there. I got a lot of things to plan while still posting here daily, coming up with new video ideas, talking with you guys, planning a course. I'm going to do a seminar. If you guys are interested in the seminar, let me know. Comment, follow the pages, join the Discord. It's $7.50 a month if you're interested in that. But the Discord also has a free portion where you could there's discussions and stuff there as well. So if you want to join the Discord, it's called Mystic Light Discussions. I might change the name later or just put a thing on it free. A lot of people are joining the Discord, but not signing up for membership. If you don't want to pay, that's cool. But just giving you a heads up, it is paid for, but there is a free part. So if you guys want to, but stay in contact with me on stuff. I'm going to do a seminar. I don't know if it's going to be at the end of this month or the end of February. I'm looking at it right now. I'm kind of gauging how many people are interested and how I'm going to set it up. But in terms of the reason why I brought it up was because I had the idea of like, oh, manifest your SP by Valentine's, which was a goal I had. And I remember, if you remember the story, it didn't happen on Valentine's. It happened 2 weeks later. So was it a failure or was it a success? If I still got the SP, did I really fail? So hold on. I'm trying to catch up on all these comments. There's a bunch of them over here. Oh, thank you for the follow, Jasmine. I just saw that. Oh, he canceled, not you. He told me his daughter was sick. Okay, and then why would you not believe that the daughter is sick? Because, when there's an upset factor, it's like, family comes first, right? Especially if you're dating someone who has kids. So it's like, that's what I'm doing. Someone who has kids. I mean, granted, her kids are grown. But in your case, it's like, obviously, it's like, okay, I know I can give myself love, and, a kid needs their parent. So let the kid be with the parent. Whatever. I'm not taking it too personal. It's like he's got to do what he's got to do. Just like I have a life to live. So you have a life to live as well. If he cancels, not a big deal. Then he's going out of town. It's like, it's a lot of running around. Take care of your daughter, then go hang out with you, and then get yourself back with just enough rest to go out of town. That's a lot of stuff. So it's like, understanding that is important. And I know it's frustrating if they don't text you at all while they're out of town. The very first time, I mean, I didn't have feelings for her at the time, but I did feel like, oh, I wish she would have texted me. She went out of town to Miami with her best friend, and it was like, oh shit, like I didn't catch feelings, but I'm just kind of like, I feel like if we're kind of cool, but like friends with benefits type thing, you should be texting and talking. But I got busy with living my life and hang out with my friends because if you don't have feelings, you're not caught up yet. You're not like too much in that state of like, oh, I need. I could go fulfill my time somewhere else. So if he told me he didn't want to see me in the future, just keep telling myself that he didn't mean that. Haley, I would say this. There's two different things. I was told the same thing. If telling yourself that makes you feel good, That's good. A more powerful way is visualizing or reminding yourself that he did he did tell you that he wants to be with you and speak to you in the future and stuff like that. Because that image, that mental image, creates a better feeling versus he didn't mean that. He didn't mean that means that that happened and I have to undo it. But focusing on and revising, seeing something else in your mind's eye makes you feel a lot better. It creates a better feeling. So that's what we're after. We're after a feeling. Techniques and affirmations and revision and all these things are just tools to get you to where you want to be. And where you want to be is a feeling state. So tell yourself a feeling or see yourself in the future with him where he is telling you, I'm sorry about making that mistake or whatever he says. He's, you're in that state. See what I'm saying? You got to create a scene or a vision or a story or a technique that makes you feel that he didn't say that instead of focusing on he didn't say this, because that means that it happened. All right, I think I answered all the questions and I ran out of cigar. So if you guys are here, Kiki, thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. We got a lot of people in here today on both channels right now. I'm trying to balance between you guys. Like I said, if you guys got questions, ask them. But circumstances don't matter, and you can't fuck this up. Anyone who says that you can, they could eat a ding dong. I'm already banned. I already got flagged down to restrictions, so I'm gonna say whatever I want. I'll keep it family friendly as much as I can. I'm one of the subs from a while ago. I'm going to email you after you're done and hope you're not mad at me. I've manifested my demise, Nick. You're a sub from a while ago on YouTube or on TikTok. I'm trying to remember the name. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I'm creating the thought now or if I do remember. And I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not mad at anyone. And, you're in a negative state right now saying that you've manifested your demise. I've manifested where I fuck things up, and like I always say, if I can't fuck this up, then you can't fuck this up. I've told you guys a lot of really embarrassing stories of stuff that happened in terms of me and my specific person, and now where we are, where you see her sitting here on the live stream, excited for this and asking how the live went, and sometimes she'll pop in here. She wanted to be part of the Discord. She can't always make it because usually she's in bed at the time that we do it, but sometimes when we do a Saturday morning one or something, she's right there. So that's a completely different person. Things do change. That's the one thing I've been able to confirm through all this stuff. People change, circumstances change. Nothing is impossible. Okay, we've emailed before. I'm trying to think. I've emailed a lot of people and talked to a lot of people. So yeah, for sure, send me an email. I'm around. Thank you. How can I get out of these feelings of waiting? I feel like I'm living the same day every day. Every day I'm like, today is the day, and finally get rid of the third party, and he commits to me. See, that's the hard part, the day to day. And I've answered this question before a lot of times, and it's something that I've lived through. It's like, to me, it's hard when you're in the in-between like that. That in-between is the hardest time because you got to that's why I say keep moving, keep your mind moving, keep your self-concept high, keep doing things that you want to do for you. I'm sure if you had this specific person right now, committed, loving you, no third party, no nothing, and it's just you and him, you're going to have other things you want to do in life. What are the things you want to do? One of the things I would do was I used to write down, it's like things I'm doing for me, things I'm doing to feel chosen. Well, buy new suits, buy some new clothes. That was something that made me feel good. It's like go to the gym, obtain this specific fitness goal. Either it was drop a certain amount of weight or gain a certain amount of weight or put on this much muscle or get this look. That's like get a haircut, get my beard lined up. Which Brian just did it the other day and I've already not trimmed underneath. Like reach out to a friend I haven't seen in a while. Go see my family and actually try to engage and enjoy that moment. And the only thing you do for the specific person in the waiting thing is you do a technique that makes you feel good. At the end of the visualization, at the end of the affirmations, at the end of whatever you're doing, release it because it should give you that feeling that it's already done. Oh, nice. 5K on the police academy. There you go. See, that's a lot of working out and training to keep doing. It's kept me busy for sure, but I just want now. Exactly. And see, when you want now and it's just a little bit out there and it's like, wanting is desiring something that's just a little bit away from you. So it's like creating the feeling of having. How do you create that feeling of having? That's the $1 million question, right? Every person is different and on a unique basis. Like I said, when I'm coaching with people and stuff, It's like I get to talk to them. I know them like within an hour. You really get to know them, get to know who they are. You find their blocks, find other things that have bothered them in the past. What are the specific things that are bothering them? So you kind of go through that whole, process of working with somebody and figuring out what's going to work best for them. So for you, it's like whenever you're training for the 5K, like this is just an idea. Maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. But it's like, like I said, when I know you, it's like I kind of figure it out a little bit better. But it's like this is something that I would do in that particular situation that I feel would work for me. At the end of the 5K, coming in at the finish line, picturing SP there waiting for me, and then holding the medal with SP, taking some pictures, posting those pictures online and stuff like that. And in that time, I'm not focused on how something's going to happen. I'm not focused on when it's going to happen. I just know by this day it's going to be there. So that's the vision I'm creating. And then guess what? If it doesn't happen on that day, I still tell myself it did. And I'm still going to have, because in that vision, I'm creating like, oh, my family's there. My friends are there at the police academy graduation. It's like, SP is right there and your family's right there. Just in case, if it doesn't happen when it's there, because there's been plenty of times I've manifested on a time crunch and it didn't happen on a time crunch. But because I didn't put that much pressure on it, I didn't let it destroy me or weigh on me. It's like because I would weave SP into a picture that was already positive and has the stuff that I want. So when I get there and I get to that point, and at the academy, like your family's there and stuff like that, and SP's there. If you get to that point, it's like it's just your family there. Have the feeling of he's there with you. So it's like you're hugging your family and stuff. It's like, and then you go to him, but it's just all in your mind. It's a mental act when you do it. Think that made you feel really good? Well, you're welcome. I'm glad that helps. See, that's something I would do. You're always looking for a trick, but like a way to rework your mind. It's a mental gymnastics game all the time, whether it's SP or not. The other day, I'll tell you a success story that came out of nowhere. This is a little one we just posted. I just posted it up on the Discord success stories. You guys know, TikTok, you might as much. Like TikTok, you guys really don't have like a real intimate relationship with me as much as YouTube because I've been there way longer and I'm frequently live there. I just picked up a couple weeks ago doing lives with you guys. Something that was a success story for me, what started out as a failure was losing at the slot machines. So in Chicago, they got these slot machines opened up years ago at all the bars, little gambling huts and stuff like that. They got these little machines. I started building the assumption because I saw Ani with Create Your Future. It's like, oh, she was like always smashing these fucking machines. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do that. And the very first time I played, I won $300. I'm like, there we go. I'm like, I'm just naturally good at this. I'm using it as a gauge on my self-concept. Whatever money I'm putting in, I'm willing to risk. It's nothing big. I'm not going to kill myself over it. Like, it's like, hey, it's just whatever it is. I'm going to put this money into it. And I would win. And Lily knows every time we've gone gambling together, I've always won. I'm like, here, my technique is I squeeze the buttons and you sit on my lap and, and you hit the machine for me and we take turns and it's a fun game and it's something we do together. Next thing you know, we win the money. And so I lost. And I was like, I don't lose. I felt like Keanu Reeves in Devil's Advocate. Lose, I don't lose, I win. And I was like, so then I hit up the ATM and she's like, hey, babe, it's fine. It's like, I'm like, no, I'm the mystic. I can do this. Now I'm in an ego-centered mentality where it's like I'm betting higher. And this is what gets people. It's like when I go to gamble, I go to have fun. And that's usually why I win. You see people, they're staking their entire check on the fact that they're going to win. And the highest you can win on these machines is $1,200. So it's like, it's not going to make you rich. And they're fucking punching the machines and getting angry, spilling their drinks, like, fuck, and they're yelling. It's like, this ain't fun. I'll leave when people are acting like that. So I was starting to get in that anxious feeling. I lose. It was the same day, I was out having some drinks with Lily and stuff. We play the games. It's like I lose. And like she goes, it's fine. She goes, you always win. You're always a winner. It's like, she's keeping my self-concept high because she saw I'm out of it. I'll buy us some more drinks. After that, we receive around. We became friends with like the people of this little old school bar. And it's like at the moment, and it's not till right now actually, I didn't realize it's like I'm being blessed. It's like the drinks are worth $12. So it's like, I spent way more on the slot machine. I spent like 45 or 65 on slot machines. It's like, damn. And it's like, and you're sitting there with that regret. Later on, I go out. It's the same night that Gary came to town and we did the live stream. We were walking out of a bar. We had the Scar Lounge. We stopped at a bar, had one drink, played some pool. And on the way out, I'm like, watch this. It was actually the bar. I took him to like I said, I like to show you guys the receipts of my manifestations. So meeting him for the first time, I'm like, let's go to the bar where I had all this, what do you call it? Where I had all these success stories. So we go there. I'm like, there's the ATM where $2,000 came out of their like out of nowhere for me. There's where I visualized getting back together with Lily. That's where we actually got back together. Here's where me and her had this really good time playing pool. These are the slot machines I've always won on. So I'm like, you know what? It's a sign. It wasn't. He goes, oh, I wouldn't do it. And I put the money in, hit the max bet, bang, 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 lose. And then I'm like, I was annoyed. So the next day, here's where the success comes in. I said, I need to go back to a mini manifestation, something that you believe is possible, but it's probably not going to happen. But you know, at some point it could. In some reality, you could see it happening, and it will build the not mind muscle connection that's working out. It will build the muscle of the mind. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to visualize myself getting a free cup of coffee. I was watching the Tim Dillon show. I love Tim Dillon, so it's like he's got this mocha coffee with whipped cream on it. I usually don't get drinks like that. I usually go to Dunkin', get a large cream, large iced coffee, 6 cream, 6 sugar. Right, that's my order. I go. I'm like, that one looks really good. That mocha, whatever, that shit looks pretty good. And I'm like, you know what? There was a Dunkin' right by me. I could have went and got a drink, and there was a Starbucks right by me. I don't go to Starbucks. I'm not really a Starbucks guy. And I'm like, I'm not going to get this. And I'm like, somebody's going to get it for me. It will be a gift. Whatever. I'm dead tired at this point because I was up late. I was awake for like 26 hours, barely got a little nap. And then go to visit my parents real quick. You know, me, my dad, and brother all go hit the gym. We work out together. After that, he starts taking a different route. I'm like, where are you going? He's like, oh, I'm going to surprise your mom with a coffee. I'm like, okay, cool. But I'm like, in my head about the gambling. I'm tired. My workout was shit. And I'm like focusing on the negative. And we pull up and it's Starbucks. He parks. I'm still sitting down. He goes, you guys want something? It's on me. I'm like, wait a minute. All right, cool. I'm like, then the connection comes in. I don't know what to order. Starbucks is too fancy for me. I like my Dunkin'. I'm like, I saw iced coffee. I'm like, that's the only one. I have my glasses. I'm like, iced coffee. Yeah, that one looks good. 6 cream, 6 sugar. I'll just do what Dunkin' does. And then my brother's taking his time. He's like, mocha something with, he's got better vision than me. Not to affirm that, you know, my vision's actually been getting better. He goes, I'll take that mocha one. Oh, whole shit. That sounds good. I'm like, can I switch mine to that one? And I do. And I don't know what it looks like. I just heard mocha sounded good. I forgot that Tim Dillon had the mocha one and he had the whipped cream on top. I never get whipped cream on my stuff, but there was whipped cream on there. I'm like, holy shit, this is the exact one I said I was going to get. I was going to get it for free out of nowhere. And it's like, that was very uncharacteristic of my dad. It was something we wouldn't really do. And it's like, so despite bad gambling, despite a bad workout, and being overtired, a manifestation still came through. So that mini manifestation gave me a huge confidence boost. So that's just a way when you're feeling really negative to reset yourself. Pick something like that, and that little thing becomes actually a big thing and helps you excel and feel more confident. I'm glad that helped KJ actually, but it's like that's something I'll do. It's like a mental reset. Let's see. I just had to change when the 3D it's hard to change when the 3D reminds you and shows you so much crap. It reminds you of the old story. Yeah, man, that's the hard part is realizing that in between that little bit of new story that you're getting, you're so unused to it, but you have to like dwell on it even more. It's like, I'm thankful for this is where the gratitude part comes in. Like I said, all these little things that don't sound like the fancy catch your eye at manifesting that you see on all the other channels are the things that have helped me. The practical day-to-day thing. It's like, okay, I'm grateful for this because this new version doesn't have a title, but it's a lot more like something with a title. I'm appreciating and loving the actions that I'm seeing, and I'm focused on that. It's like, okay, this is it. And then that one thing that reminds me of the old story, it's like, I remember when that was a problem. I'm glad and so you're doing constant mental gymnastics. That's why I say whenever someone's manifesting a specific person and they come to me, I start out a lot of these sessions, is this really who you want? And why do you want this person? Because it needs to be worth it. It needs to be a worthwhile thing because there will be work that goes into it. And it's not to be negative and say like, oh, it's going to be a lot of work and it's hard and stuff. There could be those times. Some people, that shit comes in really quick. Mine's statistically coming very quick. The longest I waited was 10 weeks. But I've had people, Nan, yours was a year. And it's like, there's stuff that comes in at different times. And it's like, just to the degree you're impressed, you have to impress your subconscious. It's like this is a top tier premium cigar and I'm just letting it go. She said, it's hard to go. I try to go hard, but sometimes it works but it seems like it's not for what I ideally want. That's right, Nick. Love that line. I don't lose, I win. Yeah, exactly. It's a great movie, and it's like that line always like that's a motivational line right there. And it's like sometimes you said you always go hard on the stuff. Sometimes the gentle approach is the best one. In the gym, it's like I started out in the gym. It's like I'm gonna go 7 days a week. If 3 or 4 days is good, why not go seven? I'm gonna go every fucking day. And it's like you realize you start to hit a plateau, and it's like, why am I not growing anymore? Why am I not getting any more definition? Because the workout is the tearing down of your muscles, and then your muscles start to rebuild. And you find, and when your muscles rebuild, they rebuild in the rest time. It's the same thing with your mental diet and your mental workouts, which are all these techniques and stuff like that. It's like you're doing the techniques, you're breaking down the former reality, you're building a new one. But in order for it to solidify, it often comes in the times of rest and relaxation when you're allowing it to happen. Because when something is happening for you, you're not trying to make it happen. It's just happening. So all the good things happen to you in life. It's like with the coffee, I just set an intention. When I watched the Tim Dillon show, I kind of visualized and tasted whatever that coffee would taste like, and I'm like that'd be pretty good. And then I got distracted by it. It's like someone relieved me at work. I leave work. I go to the gym. I'm focused on the gym, and I forgot about the coffee until we pulled up. Even when we pulled up in the Starbucks lot, I don't often go to Starbucks, and then it was offered to me. That's when it clicked. I'm like, oh, I did say I was going to get a free one. BJ says he likes to do robotic affirming. Yeah, robotic affirming is great too. I like to do a lot of. If I have to do, I'm lying right there. I don't like affirming that much, and I don't like robotic affirming. Not because it doesn't work, just because it's not my preferred tool/method. It's like if we go to the gym and somebody says, "Oh, I love to do bench press." For me, I prefer to do Smith machine bench press because I feel a better contraction on it. Both of them are the same movement, doing the same thing. For me, I prefer visualizing quick intentions or one affirmation or just trusting it or writing something down. So it's kind of like my stuff works a little bit better like that. But that's the technique that works for me. Every technique is different. Everyone does work. I did force myself to try every technique because if I'm going to coach it, I have to provide a receipt that it's worked. So in a time where I really felt hopeless, that's when robotic affirming worked for me. But it wasn't constantly saying it to myself. For me, that still made it feel fake because I was like, if I keep repeating it after a certain while, my mind asks me, why are you repeating this? Oh, because I don't have it. That's the check-in. That your mind will start to ask you questions. If it works for you, continue to do it. But for me, that's what I was doing. So when I put it in low in a headphone through the Parrot app and let it cycle through, that was the thing that kind of helped me do the robotic affirming. That was my close thing to it where it's like I heard these affirmations all day and then I heard them in real life, but they just silently played through my head almost like a subliminal all day. May says, I finally made it to a live. Yeah, there you go. Welcome in. BJ, your father's a wise man. That's a great line. And for you guys who can't see it over here, he says that his father says, let me reread it. Father always said, a woman doesn't give a chance to the same man. She gives chances to a changed man. Work on yourself. So exactly. I mean, that's a manifestation thing right there, changing yourself. And it's like when Lily came here and did the live, I kept feeling like you changed. And I was trying to like make the point. And finally she got what I was saying. I'm like, but why would you come back? If I was blocked everywhere, you said you're never going to see me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and you still came back and gave me another chance. I just felt you changed. I'm like, but how if you didn't know nothing about me? I don't know. I felt you changed. And I was like, she felt I changed through something else. They put a warning on here right now. Consuming substances featured on this live could harm your health. Well, I'm not consuming it. I'm smoking it, and it's not even going to my lungs. So take that, TikTok. It's for the taste. Consuming coffee is bad for your health too, but you don't flag me when I do that. I feel like robotic affirming exhausts me and makes me feel like a beggar. I start to feel small and desperate because of all the effort I've done. It's like shame. See, there's the two sides to it. It can work really well for some people, and it can make you feel like that. Another thing, I would feel a little bit more towards there, like when I felt desperate. So it's like I would do it in bursts. So like when I was at work or driving or something, I would play the affirmations. But if I felt burned out on them, I'm not going to play them. And then when it felt natural and they popped up automatically, it's like, I'll hit a few extra. But usually it's like hearing it once or twice, I desire my specific person, so my specific person desires me, made me feel more relaxed, at ease, and like, oh, I'm gonna let go. I don't need to do anything. And then that's where that was the state I would be in. I don't watch him anymore, but after the break, but I don't watch him anymore, but after the breakup from him and his best friend, but you already see about the family and the fast food lawsuit video because that's what I'm sending you. Messed up but hilarious. I'm kind of confused on that one, Savannah. I don't know if I mean, maybe I misread that, but I don't know if I missed some context on that one. Yeah, KJX. In terms of, yeah, so I did a live. If you go over to YouTube, it's still up there. Like I do the lives and I leave them up on YouTube. So like you guys won't see this once I turn it off, but this will all be recorded and it will be on YouTube. YouTube is my primary platform. I just kind of post highlights and shit over here, or little shorts. It's like on TikTok, everyone's attention's a little bit smaller, or like not smaller, but shorter. Just like myself, when I go through TikTok, I'm not watching something that's too long, so I try to keep the videos under 2-3 minutes here. But I got full long form content. I like to talk, as you can see. I like to ramble, and I don't want to be. I feel like in terms of if I'm going to be on TikTok going live, I feel like a beggar. Like we were talking about with robotic affirming, sometimes will make you feel that way, depending who you are. So when I come on here, if I'm like some of those people, and like my buddy, like this joke I made the other day, it's like some of the girls will sit there with their titties out, like, thank you for the like, and they're out there making millions of dollars. I can't do that. Like for my morals and my principle, I can't just sit here and be like, thank you. Yeah, manifest. It's done. It's already done. You're good. And like I can't do that. I would rather give you guys a balls to the wall fucking what do you call it? I would rather give you like a balls to the wall fucking video where I'm out here answering questions, giving you a lecture, whatever, once a week, maybe more. I was debating, like, since I get stuck in a lot of traffic throughout the week, turning them on. But I mean, if they're flagging me for smoking, I might not do it. But most of the stuff is over on YouTube. And in terms of what she said, she said that like it was hard to get the point to her because like she understands manifesting, but it's like a little bit not to like the degree of like, you know, what I'm trying to teach and stuff. And what I was trying to tell her was, I'm like, I was blocked everywhere. How did you know I changed? I don't know. I just knew that you changed or felt you changed. I'm like, so you're trying to say you felt it? And she goes, yes. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's like almost turned into an argument because we're trying to like, I'm like, no, but like to break it down, because I know like in this community, people want answers and in-depth stuff. So I'm trying to dig deep as I can. She goes, I don't know. And then you would not be changed. And I'm like, and she goes, well, I would think you were, and it would seem like you were. And that's like, and then exactly there, we could track what I was doing at the time. I would be cool and calm and collected, like, hey, yeah, you know what? Let's just see where it goes. We're not official, nothing like that. But then I'd be like, okay, come on, where's the title? We're going on trips. We're doing this. I'm paying for dinners. We're going out. Like, we're the only people we're talking to. Why are we not official? And it's like, and I was like trying, and I would get frustrated. And like, oh, you never changed. And then when she would say that, and that would spark me off. It's like, I've done all this manifesting work and stuff, and then turn everything off. But then, like I said, if you could keep the mind, and then when it shows up and you can balance in the middle, you've truly become somebody else when the outside world has not messed with you. Damn, that's the alarm saying that the live is finished. But I'll finish up these questions and stuff before I sign off. No, you're really awesome. I appreciate it. Well, thank you, KJX. I appreciate you. I'm glad to have you in here. I appreciate all the likes and the following and stuff like that. Shelly, thank you for the likes. Let's see. Ink, what's up, Queen? She said, hey, King. And then she said, about Dylan James, can you watch the videos? Can you watch videos while we're live? No, I cannot watch videos while we're live because my phone is being used over here. PJ, that's a great point too. He said that his friend's girlfriend once blocked him and told him it's over and all that stuff like that. But then he manifested her back, and it seems like things worked out. You know, I had a friend like that, wound up getting married and having kids and stuff like with her, and it was a great story. And he didn't even know about manifest. He was watching more dating coaches and stuff like that. But in the hindsight of me, I was watching him. He was journaling every day, and then adding in details about they were together still, and that was a form of scripting. And I've always applied that term in terms of scripting. When I really feel like stuck and stuff, I will script in that particular manner that I saw him do it in. Because like if he can do it, I can do it. And me as a coach, my job is to serve as that reminder. Like, hey, if I've gone through all these bad things, if I was someone who tried this one time and it worked and everything turned out perfectly, people would respect me and they'd want to coach with me and stuff like that. But whereas I could sit there and relate with you, and I've been through every fucking horrible circumstance there is in terms of a specific person, and still come out clean on the other side, and still have the manifestation on the other side, I think that speaks more to you. So in your failures, you will become a better teacher. Just remember all the things you go through now. Perhaps it's something that you're going to help somebody with one day. Like a friend of mine who used to have bad panic attacks, and like I talked about it before, he wound up overdosing and stuff, and he always wondered why he lived and when he shouldn't have lived. He said, maybe if I could just help one person, that was my whole purpose. And he helped me. And then through helping me, I applied what he taught me into some of the manifesting stuff and the techniques and the coaching that I do with people. And then sure enough, I've helped a lot of people. There were people ready to check out a life. I was ready to check out a life at one point, and they're still here, and their lives are amazing and great. Hold on, they're threatening to end the video. All right, good. We're here. We're good here. But as we're coming to a close, if you guys got the final questions, ask them. I'm willing. I still got some cigar. Oh, Tim Dillon, I messed up the name. Yeah, Tim Dillon's a comedian. He's a comedian. I like to watch his show. Not Dylan James. Tim Dillon is a comedian / news podcast guy, whatever. Sorry, I missed it. I had my procedures. No, that's all good. That's why I leave them up. If you guys miss it, it's still good. John, good to see you, brother. Welcome in. Sounds good, Savannah. Yeah, just send me an email. I'm around. If you guys, like I said, if you guys need coaching here on TikTok or on YouTube, it should be at the bottom of every video, but I also have a link tree. If you go to any of the videos, I have the link tree there to my website where you can book coaching. You can book in Calendarly for a little bit before I'm going to stop using it at the end of this month because it's redundant to have two different forms of booking. Or if you're having trouble with the booking procedure or anything like that, or you want to just book personally, or set up a custom schedule, send me an email at mysticmanifesting@gmail.com. But everything you need is all listed down below, or it's listed in my bio here, or it's listed below all the videos. Ink says, get coaching with Nick. He's amazing. Thank you, Ink. Nan says, Nick's the best coach. Appreciate you, Nan. I love working with both of you guys. You're great clients. I'm glad to see your success. It makes me happy to see the success you guys have had. I could touch 2 quick success stories from people that I had worked with recently in the past few weeks. One of them was unblocked like 2 days later. The other one received contact over a personal phone versus where it was like he was just being left seen on Snapchat and had not heard from this specific person for months. We have a session together. The next day or 2 later, he gets a text message on New Year's Eve and a conversation. So it's like he moves into contact. But he was applying a lot of what I said very diligently and stuff like that. So and he had money manifestation and a couple other manifestations come into fruition that were crazy. I was like, holy shit. Like, I love to hear those stories. If you guys have success stories too, you want to share, or you want me to talk about, send them on the email. Or if you want to join a community of like-minded people, join the Discord, $7.50 a month. We got a success story tab, a workout tab, book club, all kinds of stuff going on over there if you guys want to join. There is a free section to it too. It's just a little discussion page. Do you think visualizing is powerful? I had a hard time visualizing. BJ, it's like visualizing is as powerful and good of a tool as you make it to be. For me, that's what works for me. I love visualizing. It's something easy for me. Perhaps maybe it's the background I have with making movies and stuff like that, or writing comedy skits and everything. It's like my background is like very good. I can see something before it happens. That's something I like to do. So for me, it's powerful. Neville taught visualization. I know a lot of people have a hard time. It doesn't have to be a perfect vision. It could just be the idea or the feeling. Again, you have to get the feeling of it. So you don't have to necessarily see something perfectly real, but you have to be able to feel it. I'm going to have to send you money at one point just to yell at me like a drill sergeant. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've got my style of coaching. It's like if I could bump it up a little bit. I could bring it more to like the fitness realm and the coaching realm where I could get loud, but it's like I feel like you don't learn because it's going to create more guilt and negative. I see some of these coaches, I already told you. And it's like, you ain't fucking helping nobody. You're fucking their mind up like that. And this thing when people's emotions and stuff are already fractured, it's like in the gym, I'm going to treat you like that for sure because I need to break that condition of like it's more comfortable to fucking quit. Nan knows I've coached Nan in the gym before. I'm going to get loud and tell you 5 more. Don't quit. And I'm going to keep pushing the weight with you it's not going to stop. So the gym is going to be something a little bit different. But yeah, if you want coaching and stuff like that, send me the email and we could set up. I could send you an invoice, or you could book it on the website. I've got coaching bundles. I got DM coaching. I got other stuff. I'm going to release another DM coaching package, and I'm going to be writing a book. It's going to be out this year sometime. So there's a manifestation. You could, what do some of the ladies online say? Clock it. Yeah, you could clock that one. That I'll have a book out this year. I looked it up. It's not as hard as you thought. Val, I'm going to answer your thing real quick. I'll come over here and answer one more of these. I don't want to be like getting stuck on too long, but tips on how to pivot awareness. So a good tip on pivoting awareness would be think about what you want, right? So wherever attention goes, energy flows. That's the quickest, easiest little reminder. Pivoting your awareness is changing your awareness. So what is the exact opposite? You're experiencing said thing that you don't want to experience. No SP, third party, lack of money, whatever. What is the direct opposite of that? More money. What is more money? What is the direct opposite of that? So you get lost in the what does more money feel like? How do I enjoy this money? What would I spend this money on? How does it feel to carry that in my pocket? I have an awareness that this money's in my pocket. There's been times where it's like, I'm pretty sure I don't have nothing in there, but I start feeling like it. And it's like, oh, wait, magic money is in my wallet. I didn't even realize I was carrying that much cash. So it's like, there's a money one with a specific person. It's like you're visualizing how things are to have that relationship. You're thinking about the relationship. You're remembering the good times, and you're picturing the potential great future that you have. So focusing on what you want is way more important than focusing on what you don't want. So when you pivot it and you focus on what you do want, it's going to want to drag you back to what you don't have. You have to keep pulling back. Nope, here's what I want. And then if you can't, and you keep getting pulled back too much, remove your attention completely and focus on something completely different. This is why I'm always a big advocate in the gym. I love the gym, and that's always been a part of my life. The gym, athletics, working out have always been a part of my life. But you might say, how does that, in terms of a relationship, what's the byproduct? You get in really good shape. People are going to be like, whoa, how are you single? And it's like, and you're going to think, yeah, how am I single? How does that person turn me down? This and that. That's a great byproduct. And when you're at the gym, you have to focus on, this weight's going to fucking crush me or tear a muscle unless I focus directly here. I have to be here right now, and your mind's off it. And then after that, you feel that sense of accomplishment, and you feel that good feeling. And it's like, now I can go focus on whatever I want. It's like you're too tired to get stuck in the negative. It's like your mind's just like, I feel confident. It's like, you know what? Yeah, if we're together, she'd be feeling these muscles that are pumped up, this and that. And like, you feel really good that way. It doesn't have to be working out. It could be whatever passion you have. But when you're done and you've completed a passion or a task or something that you needed to get done, it's gonna resonate in your mind. They're like, man, I fucking did that. Like I got this pride and accomplishment. I did something I said I was gonna do, and I'm that guy. So like that's how to focus there. Nan says affirmations work better for her. Savannah, come to the Discord. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like Nan, thank you for promoting. Yeah, Discord is a great place. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm not okay with those coaches that scream. It's manifesting, not the Olympics. Exactly. There you go. Yeah. See, I got the two different sides of coaching. I'm going to coach you in the way that you need to be coached. It's going to be cool, calm, and collected. And I'm not going to tear your mind apart. My job is to build your mind up, build your self-concept up. If I'm doing that and telling you, you fucking idiot, I've already heard that. Oh, you should know this already. I have an understanding that half you guys here on TikTok haven't seen me before. Most of you guys over here know who I am, but sometimes there's new people that pop in. I've got a good memory for names, faces, circumstances, stuff like that. I've got a good track record of clients and stuff like that. So it's like there's more. What's the saying? You attract more bees with honey than the other thing, whatever the other thing was. You gotta treat people right, and it's like in the gym. There's a place for that. It's don't quit. Come on, and you don't even have to do it in like a yelling at way. It's like you got to gauge it. It's like if I'm with the guys or someone's got a similar personality to me, I'm gonna yell at them. When I train Nan, it's like, come on, five more, and I'm like pushing the thing and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna scream at her, but I'm gonna get loud enough where it's like she could hear it through her headphones or hear it through what you got the voices of quitting in your head. I'm gonna yell loud enough so I can drown out those voices of quitting, and all you hear is I've got one more, I've got three more, and if I push you to do five more. You could probably do three more, and that's a lesson in persistence as well. Let's see. Can I manifest significant weight loss? Yes, you can. For me, I'll touch on this one. This will be one of the last things I answer. And Val, you're welcome. I'm glad you like the answer. I'll answer this one real quick before we wrap it up. Can you manifest the weight loss? Yes, because at the beginning of December, I was 240 pounds, about basically, give or take, fluctuating between. Um, here's, you can fucking clock it, check my receipts. Everything I say, I got a receipt on everything. So it's like I was about 240 there. I let myself go. It's like I'm not really paying attention. It's like, oh, I'm doing this, doing that. I was just comfortable in life. It's like, okay, buckle down. It's like, I don't know if Savish is here. I thought I saw his name, but I've got another channel, Muscular Mystic. It's right now I'm doing a series, Road to Super Show. So I'll be in LA stepping on stage in a bodybuilding show. And at July 11th, Six Pack Super Show. If you're in LA, all you guys are invited. Get your tickets at sixpacks.com. I'll share it. Follow me on Instagram and stuff like that too. If you can, follow me on all the social media. It's not promoting my shit, but it's just so you can keep up, because I'm not the best at always continuing to keep posting on all of them. I'll forget something. I've got a lot of pages I manage. But in losing weight, Muscular Mystic is a good page for this. I've got a video on YouTube about losing weight too. You start to take the actions to lose the weight once you condition your mind a certain way. You start seeing yourself as a more lightweight individual. You start to see how you might feel, and it's like you become more conscious of your body and your mind and the connection between them. So when at the beginning of this month, or at the beginning of December, it's now mid-January, I wound up losing all this weight because I was like, well, what am I going to do? I couldn't work out. I was dealing with an injury. I was going to therapy and stuff like that. And I made a comment about, I'm like, yeah, I got to figure out how to do something to push myself through this workout. And the one lady overheard it. She was, hey, I'm going to email you this diet and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, I was doing the bodybuilding diet, eating 5-6 times a day, heavy carbs, heavy protein, heavy everything, like eating a lot. And I'm still continuing to eat that way while not being able to work out. So my body's not burning those calories. Would make sense where I am. So I said, I didn't have a plan how to lose the weight. I was restricting my meals. I went down to 2 meals, but I was still eating big meals. And it's like, that's not working. I'm like, and there's nothing. And I kept getting this mindset, there's no way I'm going to lose this weight. I'm like, I just have to step up my workouts. I'm stepping up my workouts. I'm inflaming and irritating the shoulder more. So I said, you know what? I'm like, I don't know how or why, but I'm going to start losing this weight. The lady gives me this diet, and it felt very natural to follow. I'm like, this is like a bridge of incidents. I look at it. I'm like, okay, what is this? Seems like a vegetarian diet, fast for 24 hours, only eat vegetables for 4 meals. And it's like, do this, do that. And it's almost like I'm detoxing, slowly reintroduce protein, then reintroduce carbs. I'm like, all right, I do it for a week and I'm down 10 pounds. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, I'm going to lose this weight by the end of the year. Like I said, I continue doing that. And it's like, but you know what? I'm like, I start getting into this carnivore diet thing. I'm like, that found a path to me. And I started hearing all these things they say, whether it's placebo effect or not. I'm like, if I eat this, I'm going to get into ketosis. I'm going to burn weight faster. All my workouts are more efficient. I have no brain fog. I have this, and this. I look at all these different things in my, like how I'm going to improve my life by doing this diet. And I stay on it for 6 days. And then the holidays come. It's like, I'm going to cheat on the holidays and I'm still going to make my weight goal. I said 215 pounds by the end of the year on New Year's Day with cheat days involved and stuff. If I didn't do those cheat days, I would have surpassed this goal, but I was 216. I was 1 pound over the goal. Since then I've hit the goal. And I've bounced between the 215, 220 realm, and I'm still going to continue to lose. But it's like, if maybe this is your bridge of incidents, look into carnivore diet, look into keto diet, and it's like doing those things coupled with your workouts, coupled with your mindset. There was a time where I was trying to lose weight, and I just kept thinking, I was sweating out of nowhere. I'm like, granted, I was drinking a lot of energy drinks at this time, but I just kept sweating. It's like my body was conditioned, like through a placebo effect. You're a lean athlete, you need to lose weight. So my body would just start fucking randomly combusting into like sweating and stuff. Now, could that be scientifically attributed to I was drinking a lot of energy drinks? Yeah, it could have been. But I've gone through those periods before and I've never sweat like that. But I was affirming for the weight loss at the same time. Doing that, my diet wasn't really on point as good as it should have been back then. And I was still lean. And that was the closest I ever had to six pack. And actually, I competed on a bodybuilding show with Six Pack Super Show 2 years ago. 3 years ago, I believe I was in better shape then when it was just focusing on my SP. I was in fight or flight. I had these affirmations. I'm a lean athlete. I look good. I'm the body type she wants. And I would look at athletes like Greg Plitt and say, I want my body to look like that. And the more I would look like that, it's like it's changing the shape. Usually it would be like more of a bodybuilding one. That was like more of a narrow, like lean physique type thing. And it was like the body would change when the mind changed. The body's very malleable. You have to, but it all starts in the mind. The body and the world all start from within. People, places, circumstances, the body, everything is within you. We've seen videos. There's a video out there of these people in China. I think it's old, late 90s, early 2000s. They're chanting in Chinese, it's done, while a woman has cancer, and you're looking at it in real time on the thing. It's a Greg Braden video, and you see the cancer like magically, like fucking, it dwindles down to nothing and disappears. So that's thoughts creating and thoughts removing the cancer out of someone's body. Like you could witness it. There's a receipt right there. So your mind can cure your body. It's cured cancer. People have had improved vision. And then when you find something that you connect with, like the carnivore diet, like I did, or the keto diet, like other people have, or a certain diet, when they connect with that and they believe that that's the thing that's going to help them, their mind coupled with that physical action, it's going to be a feedback loop of, I'm doing this, so it's helping me. And I believe in this, so I'm helping that. And it's going to go back and forth and you lose weight that way. So I know it's a long answer, but hopefully that answered your question. Yeah, your body type has changed several times, Nick, but at least you always looked handsome. Well, thank you, Savannah. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's changed a bunch of times since the video. I've been going back and like you guys see, I'm not consistent. My hairstyles have changed. My body type has changed. I've gone from big and bulky to lean to skinny to everything else. So it's like I'm all over the place. Race Car Rando, my brother. I'm glad you're here. He says, finally here for a live. There we go. Right in time for the ending, though. I was getting ready to leave and hit up the gym. But Race Car, if you're up for it and you're free, I'm going to be hitting up the dungeon. I got a free pass for you if you're in for it. Film some content for Muscular Mystic. And, I was referencing a few of your success stories and how you've helped me. So one of these days, we're going to have to hit a live together. Hopefully maybe next Monday, or if you're on vacation, we'll get together. But, yeah, chest and shoulders if you're down, my brother. But other than that, I know. And look, here's how everything works out. I haven't talked to Race Car in a minute until now. Well, it's been like a week or so, but we're friends in real life. So it's like talk to each other more than like I would with regular people on here. But like clients and stuff like that who I don't know personally. But it's like me and him talk regularly. And it's like I haven't talked to him like a week and a half or so. And I talked to him this morning. New phone, I'm back, baby. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, like I said, well, if you're back and you missed that part, I invited you over to the dungeon today if you're free. If not, another time. But see how things line up. Like I'm 18 minutes over the end of the live, but if I didn't stay in, I wouldn't have got a chance to talk to my good friend right here, right? Because I've sent him some memes and stuff. I haven't heard from him, and I checked on him the other day. But it's like everything works out in your favor. And me and him are the ones who've had this conversation before, where it's like, what is one thing that you wanted in your life that you didn't get? Everything we've ever wanted, we've gotten. We visualized it. We talked about it. We speak positively on it. We don't let each other tear each other down. We don't tear each other down. We surround ourselves with good friends. And then next thing you know, that manifestation comes into reality, whether it's a weight loss or whatever. Like, I know I've been cutting down. I know he's trying to cut down right now. Not trying, but he is doing it right now. And he's killing his workouts. I'm killing mine. And you find a thing that creates that motivation, whether it's a manifesting partner, a fitness partner, a goal like getting your specific person or going to go step on stage at Six Packs, right? So either way, with that, I love you guys very much. I appreciate all the likes, the new follows. You guys are amazing. Thank you, TikTok. Glad you're here. Remember, go over to YouTube. There's more content there. Subscribe over there. That's like the main source of everything. My website is up and running. If you guys want coaching, book it there. You can still book on Calendarly until the end of this month when I remove that service, but it's just a quicker way to book. And if you're having trouble with anything, send me an email, mysticmanifesting@gmail.com, and we'll get you scheduled in. I'll send you an invoice. It's a quicker book that way. So if you want to join the Discord, $7.50 a month. There's a premium YouTube where I'm going to be posting a series of videos as well. Hope to see you guys there. With that, love you guys very much, and I'll see you in the next one. He said, follow the mystic to the promised land. There we go. Love you, brother. Love all you guys, and we'll see you next Monday, noon, Central Standard Time. And